called the 12 and began to send them out 2 by 2 and gave them authority over the unclean spirits. He ordered them to take nothing for their journey except a staff, no bread, no bag, no money in their belts, but to wear sandals and not to put on 2 tunics. He said to them, "Wherever you enter a house, stay there until you leave the place. If any place will not welcome you, and they refuse to hear you as you leave, shake off the dust that is on your feet as a testimony against them." So the 12 went out and proclaimed that all should repent. They cast out many demons and anointed with oil many who were sick and cured them. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Today's first reading from the letter to the Hebrews, we are told that at Mount Sinai, God manifested himself to the Hebrews through terrifying phenomena in order to instill in his people a sense of awe, reverence, and religious fear. The people were as yet not very civilized, and God wanted to assert his transcendence and to teach the people the difference between the true God and the false gods and idols that they soon would encounter and dispossess. But then the converted Hebrews, and now all Christians, we have come to a new Mount Zion. It is the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, the church in triumph in heaven. This church, this heavenly Jerusalem, is made up of all the patriarchs of the Old Testament, of the apostles, of all those who were righteous, all those Christians who have now attained the face-to-face vision of God. They are there in the New Jerusalem because they believe, and because they believe they have their names written in heaven forever. The Gospel shows us the beginning of the New Jerusalem on earth, as Jesus sends his chosen apostles to preach the good news of the kingdom to every people on earth until the end of time. And he gives them his own power so that they will be instruments of his presence and of his saving activity in the world. Because the church is the prolongation in time of the presence of the saving activity of Christ. Christ has not left us, and his work is not finished. He now acts through the church and all the members of the church, not only the hierarchy, the priests and bishops, but also and especially through the people in those places which are not accessible to bishops and priests. since the apostles, or emissaries of Christ, are to do the work of Christ, they must also show the life of Christ in their own life. They are to rely on divine providence. They are to be poor, and they are to persevere in their actions. And like their divine master and founder, they will also be rejected. And when you are rejected by people, he says, shake the dust from your sandals and go on to someone else. Because we cannot force people to believe, much less to love. A great lesson for all of us.